In a historic move, Guinea's military president Mahamadou Doumbia announced that raw gold will no longer leave Guinea. From now on, all gold mined in Guinea must be melted in ingots at the new refinery in Conakry before being exported. This follows again a recent ban on raw lithium exports and marks a powerful shift towards Africa's economic sovereignty. For someone like me, this calls for celebrations. Africa resources will finally generate African jobs, skills, and revenue rather than flowing out as cheap commodities. Guinea holds West Africa's second largest gold reserve and has become a major producer on the continent. Guinea is actually number 6. In just the first quarter of 2026, Guinea exported 22,000 kilograms of gold. Under the new decree, none of the raw materials can be sold abroad. Instead, it will be refined locally. President Doumbia warned that any miner who violates the ban will have their license suspended or a contract terminated. As he puts it, from today, Guinea will require its gold to be processed within its borders. Raw gold will no longer leave Guinea. This policy forces a major change in how Guinea does business with the world. Guinea's move mirrors steps already taken elsewhere in Africa. In February 2026, Zimbabwe, home to the continent's largest lithium reserve, suspended exports of all raw minerals and lithium concentrates. The Zimbabwean government cited export malpractice and leakages and insisted it was acting in the national interest. In its announcement, Zimbabwe Mines Ministry affirmed that the country remains committed to in-country value addition and benefits. Indeed, Africa's top lithium producer shipped 1.3 million tons of concentrate in 2025, almost all to China. Now Zimbabwe is forcing mines to build refineries at home. These parallel policies in Guinea and Zimbabwe are not accidents. They reflect a growing recognition across Africa that exporting raw materials is a dead end. For decades, European and Asian powers treated Africa as a source of unprocessed ore, taking the lion's share of profit overseas. Today, Africa's leaders are pushing back. If we remain exporters of raw materials, we will never go anywhere, warned Zimbabwe's late president, Robert Mugabe, adding bluntly that industrialization is a must. Ghana's president, Nana Akufo-Addo, has likewise declared that there is no future prosperity if African countries continue to depend on raw commodity exports. So Guinea's ban isn't just a technical rule. It embodies the principles of economic independence and self-reliance. Here is why the policy is a big win for Africa. It captures full value. By refining its gold domestically, Guinea will keep much more profit at home. Instead of selling raw ore at a discount to overseas firms, Guinea will sell higher value gold. This means a bigger gold sector, more tax revenue, and a greater national wealth. As Mining MX reports, Doumbia's decree reflects a broader push by resource-rich African governments to capture more value from raw commodity exports. Well, another thing is jobs and industry. Building and operating gold refineries will create skilled jobs and spare-related industries in Guinea. Mining and metallurgical training, engineering and supporting services will definitely grow. This is precisely the kind of industrialization Mugabe called for. As more materials are processed locally, Guinea can develop a genuine manufacturing base over time. In short, refining gold at home powers new factories and livelihoods rather than exporting opportunity. The other thing is leadership and solidarity. Guinea is joining a lineage of African leaders who insist on sovereignty over resources. From Mugabe to Akufo-Addo, the message has been clear. Raw export dependence traps a nation in poverty. Guinea's action follows the African Union's Africa Mining Vision, which urges value addition and locally owned industry. Each country that refuses to be an extractive colony paves way for others. As analysts note, Zimbabwe's export ban has already pressured major buyers like China to negotiate deeper processing deals. An African asset staying in Africa sets a precedent for continental solidarity and collective progress. Together, these changes help build the Africa we want. An economy where our resources save African people by processing gold and lithium locally. Guinea and Zimbabwe are stitching raw materials into African prosperity. So Guinea's ban on raw gold exports is a watershed moment in an assertion of African economic sovereignty and a direct challenge to the old colonial trade model. We are moving towards a world order in which Africa is no longer exporting its materials raw, but becomes the center of global manufacturing, adding value to its own raw material. In other words, we are reclaiming the narrative. Africa's wealth stays in Africa, building our industry and futures. We celebrate this policy. It shows that when African governments prioritize people over foreign profit, our country's prosperity can grow. If more nations follow Guinea and Zimbabwe's lead, the benefits will ripple across Africa in form of jobs, skills, and stronger economies. We invite everyone watching to spread the word about this victory. And with that, thank you so much for watching.